maybe we start seeing large GPU miners making huge shifts and dumping a bunch of their GPUs on the market. A big example here would be crypto miner Hut8, as they report a surprise Q4 loss and their shares fall. The company's revenue was in line with expectations, but EBITDA, something like that, missed the estimates. Canadian cryptocurrency miner Hut8 Mining reported a surprise fourth quarter adjusted loss of 67 US cents, or the Canadian, 67 cents, 53 cents US per share on Thursday. The average analyst estimate pointed to earnings of 17 cents Canadian, according to FactSet data. The miner said that the loss was primarily due to non-cash revaluation loss on liability warrants of 114.2 million US dollars, which was partially offset by increased revenue. Revenue more than quadrupled to 57.9 million Canadian dollars from a year earlier, and was in line with analysts' average estimate. As of December 31st, the company had a balance of 5,518 Bitcoins with a market value of 323.9 million US dollars, which includes 2,000 Bitcoins loaned as part of its fiat yield strategy. The fourth quarter adjusted earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization was 35.3 million Canadian dollars, which missed analyst estimates of 37.1 million Canadian dollars and was up from 30.7 million Canadian dollars in the third quarter. Hut8's hash rate increased to 2.5 exahash a second by February 28th from about 2 exahash a second on December 31st. Its hash rate capacity will be about 3.55 exahash a second once all of the mining machines the company has ordered are received and deployed. The miner is holding an earnings conference call at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Its shares fell 3.5% in pre-market trading, while Bitcoin was down almost 1%. It seems like Bitcoin's also recovering. Ethereum's seeing a pump here, as you guys can see, by about 3%, which it needed to catch up to. And the markets look good today overall. So, if you're going to report a Q4 loss, probably on the day that everything looks the best in cryptocurrency that it has in a while, is probably a good time to do it. Hut8's interesting because we've been talking about their GPU mining problems that they've had in the past. We've been talking about them and other GPU miners kind of doing this, like some weird shifts into like cloud gaming, etc., and processing data for that. I don't know if any of that will come to fruition. It would be interesting to see if they just start liquidating their GPUs, and that's what I would really keep an eye on, is the large miners liquidating their GPUs and moving into ASICs. Everybody I've talked to this week, I've been scheduling a lot of Zoom calls, and in fact, what I was going to do is set up essentially some Zoom calls for anybody that wants to chat. And basically, if you guys want advice or just want to chat about something, because I think it helps me learn a little bit more about what's going on with everything. One of the things that I've started to learn this week, for example, is pretty much all the bigger miners, larger than me, let's say like somewhere around like Bitsby tripping size, somewhere around there, are all starting to make the shift from GPUs to ASICs. And that's an important shift to note. So regardless of what people are telling you up front, like to your face, like about GPU mining, what the reality is, what the actions of everybody behind the scenes seems to be a shift to ASIC mining. The hard part with that, of course, and I'm experiencing it too, is as profitability declines, it makes it really hard to invest in, of course, ASIC miners. So it's kind of the caveat there, but I want to make that very clear and point that out so everyone's aware. And the other problem with the ASIC miners, right, is I invested like 8 grand and my miner died and it's making no money. So at least with GPU mining, if one of the GPUs dies, it's just one GPU, right? And so that's a little bit tough to swallow that pill for me personally. So that's kind of one of the other downsides of ASICs that I really don't like, especially at a smaller level where, you know, I don't have a whole bunch of other ASICs running yet. I hope you enjoyed this clip from the Crypto Mining Morning Show every Monday through Friday, 7:45 a.m. Pacific and 10:45 a.m. Eastern Time. You can check out more clips here, or if you're interested in checking out the entire live show, you can check that out down here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Tuesday.